G'day folks, just a general update for the week. I've got some more stuff to play with at the moment, and I found this one for Jay the Aussie. I believe this will fit his tractor. It's one of the standard Peerless Gear Tecumseh gearboxes. Seems to pass all the tests. Drives both spindles. A bit of diff still works. I haven't actually opened it up, but I don't really want to because it'll break all the seals. Yeah, couldn't find any oil filling or inspection points on it, so don't know about that one. Looks like there's one on top. We have to take the pulley off. Not hard, but apart from that, it should be just fine. A few more things to play with at the moment. A couple of microwaves for some experiments. DVD-RW drive I want to pull out. The rest of the computer was badly waterlogged for several months, I'd say. It's just rusted out, but that might still have a good burner laser in it. This one here, they've sealed all the king valves on, and yeah, the lines are all mangled. I don't think it'll work again. I just want to pull it to bits. It's an Electrolux commercial unit. Just clean the workshop computer again. Did something I noticed last time. This cap was looking rather normal. Now it's blowing out, so it doesn't have much time left in this world. I've got a computer twice as fast as this that I want to replace it with though, so I'll just chuck this back up for now and work on building workshop computer number 2. I've got another nice amp to play with too. A friend of mine gave me that. Still works. Haven't tried it yet, but these old amplifiers sound the best, even though this one's only an Akai. These old timber cased amps sound really good. I had a big clean up last night, cleaned all the dirt and crap out from behind here. That's the power supply for the monitor. There we go, all good again. Every year I clean the computers before summertime. You don't want to cook them. This one here is a Celeron D desktop model. It's a 2.86 gigahertz CPU. Nice and fast. This is one of the ones from Dramana Tech School or Dramana Secondary. I missed out on roughly a 4 or 5 cubic metre bin full of these. Unfortunately they hauled that bin off pretty quick smart once they knew what was in it. 40 gig Seagate Barracuda hard drive. This one only had 256 meg of RAM in it, but the other one has 512. The RAM sticks aren't compatible though. This is DDR2 533. That stuff's DDR 3200. And the pin spacings and the notch in them are completely different. Yeah, the old amp works really well. It's insanely loud. Good loudness. FM. Nice flywheel weight. We'll have to get used to turning the volume down here instead of the big knob. The old amp had a digital tuner, so this was the volume. I've automatically gone to turn it down by going for this one a couple of times. But it's a good amp. These old ones always are. Yeah, that's the old one. Normal volume control. Still a good amp. These are nice. These two switches are a bit funny. You've got to play with them to get both channels to work, and then they seem to cross them up. So, yeah. Another goodie that can, I don't know, go into storage. There we go. That looks so much better. Nice and clean. Amp works well, nicely polished up, bit of Mr. Sheen, and yeah, it's a good clean place. Still a complete pigsty everywhere else, but the computer area is finally clean. Funny thing is I had this area tidy a couple of months ago, so yeah, it's back the way it was before. Complete mess. Just for the hell of it, quick test of the rebuilt Curtis controller. This is one that got thrown out during stock take at my work, so I took it home along with some other ones which had been drowned in water, and I made a good one out of the lot. I did still have to buy a new relay and a couple of caps, but it's still a good little unit. I'm just about to do another test of it. I haven't plugged it into 24 volts off these sealed batteries before, so I've got some wires made up and we'll see how it goes. Well, I haven't tried it with a motor on it yet. I've got to wire the motor terminals onto it, but the relay should click when I do this. Yep. That's what I want to hear. Now it's time to get a motor on it and see if the speed pot still works. This one shows signs of water damage, so I might have to replace it. Alright, motor's hooked up. Motor 2 is negative, motor 1 is positive. These two terminals are bridged together for current handling, but I'm just going to run it briefly with no load on it. The gearbox is, I think it's a bit haggard. Very corroded. I've had it apart, I don't think there's any oil in it either, so I'm going to run it very briefly. But we'll see what this does. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's supposed to, but it's working. Yeah, we've got speed control. Hold the toggle switch with this hand. Very little control over speed. It might be the fact that the pot's full of water. Well, not water, but it's just rusty. Yeah. Still not 100%, but at least it's not dead. It was dead when I got it, and the other two that I've got are definitely dead. They're all corroded now. But that's a good sign. I might be able to do something really cool with this one. I was thinking maybe a cable stripper, but it might be a bit too cool to use for something like that. This thing is used to drive an electric scooter, so I might as well make an electric vehicle using it. Hell, if I can find two and another one and rebuild it, and have a independent dual drive. I don't think these gearboxes could handle the inertia of a vehicle. I'll have to find a proper differential setup. I don't know, see what happens. At least I know this thing's working now. I just thought I'd change my coil cleaner back over to normal cleaner, and just as a test I splashed a little bit of the condenser cleaner on this coil. I'm just going to leave it like that and just see what happens. I know it's going to eat it, but it'll be a good demonstration on why you always wash off all of the coil cleaner when you use the extremely alkaline condenser cleaner. It's already foaming up with this aluminium oxide. Just as a control, I'm going to apply some of the normal green stuff, which is a non-rinse cleaner, on the other side of the coil. That should do it. We've got the non-rinse coil cleaner and the caustic condenser cleaner. I'm going to leave that as long as I need to. A few weeks or something. This unit's not going anywhere. Well, I ran the unit again today. It's supposed to be 21 degrees, but it doesn't feel like it. And funnily enough, it actually started to ice up back to the accumulator. So it's pathetically underbuilt, but it works, as it usually should for a unit this size. The coil's not even that big. I'm just in the process of cleaning it, taking all that out. Get to the inside, pull this box back and get in there, give it one last wash and then send it to the customer. It's doing everything it should, it's just, yeah, they're crap compared with an older unit, even with a rotary compressor. I've seen units build head pressure and cooling a lot faster than this one. So yeah, I'll just put a new thermostat in it, bang it back together and send her out. Well, I dragged this thing out of the way as well, trying to clear this area up a bit. It was in there where the hacksaw is. I've got something special in store for this engine, assuming I get it started. I'm going to find a mechanical distributor, a regular one, points type, a good starter motor, probably a bit of oil. I might just use some waste compressor oil mix that I've got out the back. No coolant, got a gaping crack in the head down in here I think, or the valve's at least stuffed. But it's, yeah, superb compression on 3 cylinders, 1, 2 and 3, that one's stuffed. None of the parts are worth salvaging. It's been cooked to the point where the plastic cam covers or timing covers melted. I mean, they actually melted and drooped down onto the belt. Yeah, this thing's going to go boom. I'm going to put the carby back on and we'll try running it as it is, rev it off its tits and see what it does. If it doesn't blow, I'm going to hit an injector and dump ether into it. Just hook up a can of Start You Bastard like an